Warriors Fan TV recap round 8, Melbourne Storm versus Warriors. Melbourne Storm got the W 30-22. Got my Anzac cookies, whānau. Got my Anzac cookies for this one. Back again with Ty. Kia ora, Ty. How you doing?
Could be better. Could be better, right? I wish we got the dub last night, but it was a good game.
Yep.
Hey, it is what it is. Yeah, nah. Obviously, got a bit tired. Obviously, there was no bench. So the boys, well, I think, again, keep saying this every week, which I hope we say it for every single week, that our boys are showing, that they can stay on the grind and get all the way to the end of the game and not falter and leak in 50 other points, So proud of that for sure, but keen to talk about specific points for sure.
Let's go, man. So I want to bring up the highlights, and we're just gonna have a bit of a sit through of the 3 or 4 minute highlight package, whānau.
Yeah. Off the back fence, and we in.
Likes to steal the ball, not letting it happen.
There we go.
Beautiful try. Beautiful try, that one.
We'll see here. Johnson's so deep.
It's this for me personally because my son's second rower, right? He's second rower this year.
Yeah.
So I've been showing him these types of videos. They're like, You see that?
Yeah.
And it's like, but I'm not a second rower, Dad. But yeah, anyway.
Great tempo.
It's beautiful to watch I'm looking out the back door, but it's going short.
Yeah, 100%. And if we keep just going through, I think what's really good too is that see that little change of line. I think that's what most NRL forwards second rows are good at whole running and also changing their line, but that little switch of line just made all that difference to forward going straight in, because some people just run straight run for the inside hole, but he noticed that Jerome Hughes dropped a bit and he just changed their line a little fraction,
just enough,
so look, he's coming probably having that line, and then he that little flip made all that difference, so yeah, any young second rowers coming through, look at the line you're going through, but also read the defense.
That was 4 minutes, bro. 4 minutes into the game.
I know, it's great. 2 weeks in a row.
Hey, make it a habit.
Yeah, man. That was another beauty try.
Perfect getting from Johnson. Watch this. Beautiful. Great skill.
And just all running the right lines. Yeah, all running the right lines. Hot potato ball there by Charnze. And I think they added a bit of a variant. So they obviously had not just the second row running the front door, but they had the centre. So they kind of threw Storm off a little bit. But
so we've got Jazz, yeah?
Yep.
And we've got
Tohu.
And it's going obviously to our man.
And then the 2 front doors.
Yep. Marata?
Yep.
Marata.
And Pompey.
And Pompey, which is Olam. And I don't know who that is.
Is it Lawyer? No, that looks like, I can't even tell. The faces a bit.
And then it's going back there, right?
That's Munster.
Then this guy's isolated, right?
Yep.
Is that what you're saying?
So it was a bit of a variant play because usually you have the centre stay out. So I pulled an Olam and then just gave one-on-one with a chance to give that ball. And deep enough to pop it over too.
To your boy Dallin. Hey?
Nice. That was a good try. And this was the game changer. This is why, you've got mean-ass halves that recognise, 12-0 down, we need to come up with something, not do anything crazy. They're always going to kick one kick earlier, get to a 40-20. This was a game changer.
To have the vision that he knew that Charnze was out of position, looked up.
Yeah. So 4th tackle, right? You don't usually get your wingers dropping until the next tackle. So recognise this is probably a perfect time, just where they're set up on the field. Game changer.
Yeah. 4th tackle, looked up, no one there, boom. Which led to
yeah, man. I think we could have stuffed that. Unfortunately, Pompey didn't get a good kind of grab grab on Loiero there, but
So
could
look,
probably be stopped.
he did spin though, eh, bro? And a lot of those times
Yeah.
when players spin,
It's hard to grab on, eh? So yeah, like it's not necessarily Pompey's fault there, but if he did stop him, I think might not get to a try. But
so we're here. Look, so this guy, Sean Johnson's, he's looking this way. He's got this guy.
yeah, you see the numbers too. So we scroll it back a little bit. We're short. So we've got 3 defenders, and you've got a front door, back door, and there's 2 on the left of Meany. So Meany fullback, you've got 2 there. 2 against 5. You know, what do you expect? See, in the last 2 over there.
Didn't even need the winger.
So, you know, we're a bit outnumbered. So that means boys would have had to come in because the forwards got beaten a bit there.
I don't.
Into little numbers out wide.
Boosh.
Oh,
Here we go, the big man.
Yeah, man. He's got good feet at the line, man. Look at his feet at the line. Look at this little dink.
Up, pop up.
Straight through, man.
Again, with some sound.
Insane.
Amazing.
And
And
it's
puts
the
the hands up.
old,
And the hands up.
look at Martin's face.
It's just a beautiful footwork. You know?
Through the middle of the Melbourne Storm defense.
I think Pompey did that a couple of weeks ago as well, real close to the line.
Yeah, the little footwork. You know, I think, you know, what the Warriors showed in the first 10, 15, or even 20, hard, direct line running, which is cool. And I think they did it a lot more intentional, where, you know, I personally, I'm not a big fan of those get the ball and run it straight into the line ones. It's actually trying to, you know, if you're going to run it straight, actually find a hole.
But the defenders.
But then when you've got someone like this, and like, you know, there are a lot of our Pacific boys are really good at this. I even think Jason Tamarolo is good at this too. Gets the line, they got a good little footwork. You know, you don't have to run over the top of people. You can just get through them. You know, and even if you just get through their hole, you can even also look for that offload. So that was an amazing try.
This was just before, this is just before halftime. Conceding just before halftime.
Johnson over the top. Grant.
I mean, straight through that hole, right?
Straight through.
Straight through the hole.
And you can see, so we're a bit crunched because obviously, I think if I remember this exact play, I think they were getting through us a little bit, so they were a bit of a scramble. And then obviously you got some of the boys standing a bit wider, and some of them a bit close to the play the ball. They just opened up the middle.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was just a nice work Storm try. You know, got us a bit scrambled, and just Holes presented himself for them.
Yep.
Now this one, I'd love to hear your thoughts.
His head connected with the ground. Let's call it what it is. You know, his head connected with the ground. Yeah, his elbow goes into his head, right?
Exactly. Like, I know there was a lot of, I don't know about everyone else's timeline on Facebook, but I know a lot of people, you know, were calling out for that. At first, to be honest, watching it at fast pace, it didn't look like he was like he didn't look like he was driving him to the ground. Yes, but it didn't look like he was intentionally going for his head. He was actually going for the ball. However, you know, that's recklessness. So like, we have to kind of call it for what it is. He did make contact with the head. He did drive that into the ground. I actually, you know, look at first I was like, what the heck? But then watching it back, I feel like, nah, he deserved 10 minutes for that, you know. So can't complain.
Okay. I suppose for a lot of us, it's the inconsistencies of calls. You know, we saw some arms around necks from the other players towards our players. There wasn't anything. They didn't get pinged for anything like that, right? So, you know, I don't mind the calls. I mean, the refs are there to do a job. Okay, it's a real difficult job for any referee to do. I suppose for me, it's the inconsistencies between how we get pinged and how they don't get pinged.
Yeah, totally. No, I agree there. I think the refs are very inconsistent, and I think, you know, somewhat biased to the Warriors. I think though, like, you know, if we didn't get someone doing what we did in that play, we wouldn't have had someone sent off and didn't have to kind of, you know, be drained of our bench and all that too. So yes, we should be getting some more calls our way, but I think sometimes we have to wear these ones. I think sometimes as fans, and I'm not saying for yourself, I think, you know, we kind of overlook the things that we can control, and that's definitely one of them.
Totally. I think Weeby calls it only in the moments. Here we go. What do we got going on here?
Yeah, we've got simple block play with Nicoll running through the line, and then we've got our boys out the back running just simple numbers now. You know, draw and pass.
One pass.
3-on-2, draw and pass, will they make decisions? Good ball, Dallin in that wing. You know. And this is something that I haven't seen from the Warriors over the previous years. A lot of it we're standing quite wide and we're just letting that ball work. Even watching the Cowboys game, you know, live, I see a lot of the teams are implementing this where they start a bit more inside field and then they kind of come out and you know, Warriors work there to a charm. Now this one I actually wanted to stop on. This is where I think Warriors need to work on 100%. I don't know the full-on solution for this, but there is something here. Now you've paused it, you've got Munster. He received that ball wide of the ruck. If you watch all of our tries when we get beaten on a back play, it's because of this certain thing that happens right here. So that's how far the half is standing. So now he's in the middle of the park. You know, look, it's almost on the right-hand side of the park. He's now in the middle of the park. He's wide to the ruck. Now, when you actually look at the numbers, it's got the same numbers, but because he's standing wider, it creates an overlap. And watch this. Dallin makes a bad read, but it's because we feel like we're short. And it's because the half is standing a little bit wider, teams are a little bit over. That makes it look like we're outnumbered, but we're not.
Can't see Dallin yet. Here he is here. Here he is here, right?
Yep. So he comes in, it's reading, makes a bad read, but it's because he feels like he needs to go into that centre because it feels like they're overstretched. When really they just needed to number up. You know, so that's what's happening. These halves, the opposition halves, Cowboys did it to us last week. They led to their short ball when Cotter went in. It's because they're standing wider of the ruck, and then that leads us to look like we're short. Where Dallin could have just stayed and just kind of numbered up, you know. So you see it constantly. This is a Warriors thing that's happened not just last week, and I think I saw it in the Knights game when those halves stand wider of the ruck. Obviously, we've got some tired forwards as well.
Yep.
It leads to these things. So we need to clean this up.
But this was brilliance, bro. That kick off the side of the foot, one bounce, and it goes up like that.
Oh yeah, that was some individual stuff, you know. But it's leading to these breakdowns for us defensively. There was still a bad read, Dallin. You know, Dallin could have maybe prevented it. We could have prevented it if Dallin just didn't shoot. But saying that this has happened a few times, and I feel like hopefully the Warriors, I don't know who's the defensive coach this year, hopefully they're sitting down and looking at when they stand wide of the ruck. I don't know if we need to stand wider because if the forwards do, then what most teams do, and Clary's really good at this when he sees it, is that if forwards come too wide, then they go straight back down the middle, and they just go straight through the middle. I do think it's a case of just being a bit more communication. Just hold, you know, don't have to shoot, just hold, and we'll sort this out.
Where are we now? 23rd minutes into half time.
So this is the kick. This is the controversy.
I mean, it's controversial, but as we're going to see, there's a breakdown in communication, obviously, right? Like, whose ball's that? Fucking hell.
Like, whose ball's that? And who's also,
you know?
Yeah.
I think even, yeah, if it was one of their balls, we might not have had this situation. But the controversy is still that.
Yeah.
Bunker didn't want to have a look at it to see if it actually came off his hand to go to be knocked on, right?
Well, they went up for it while they were waiting, and you know they still confirmed that it was a try. But I'm sure there was a touch in there. But if you actually go back to your communication breakdown, he's the centre. Why did he get through? And actually, if you watch it back, unfortunately, we didn't have no blockers. So if we go back, he got through pretty scot-free. You know, that led to this eventual thing. So like, look, Jerome Hughes puts it up. No one's blocking him. Look, he goes straight through.
Jeez.
So, you know, again, minor work-ons, you know, I think our centre wings, you know, need to work on. And I think it's just a remembering thing, you know, you got a few things you have to kind of do at that kind of time. But I think it's a communication thing that we're just, you know, missing a little bit.
Yeah, and this is 5 minutes to the end. We're pretty tired. We're pretty knackered at this stage, and this dude just turns on the afterburners.
Straight through, eh?
Later, Bolt.
Lucky Dallin. See, look, that turnaround, man. He's got a good turnaround on him.
Last week, bro. You said that last week. And, you know, I noticed this as well. He put his hands up, bro. Do you think that he was putting that up to say this wasn't a hip drop?
I think if we watch it again, I just want to double check. You might be right.
I think he goes in. Ooh, see that?
Yes, I think he did. I actually thought it was because he didn't want to commit a professional foul. Like I wasn't on it too long, but no, you're right. It looks like he's like, no, I didn't do a hip drop. I'm just coming off. Yeah, no, you're right.
He did fall on the back of his legs, right?
No, you're correct on that. Yeah, he did. He's like, nah, that's not him drop. Yeah.
And this one, you know, they're just knackered, bro.
That's tired. That's fatigue right there.
Knackered. Well, no subs, you know, no bench. You know, Ford had an amazing game. He'll stand out for me in that game.
You know, he had an amazing game, and you can just see he got tired. Like, you know, I think they still play him 80, still, but like I was like, man, he had to do a lot more work because, you know, usually if you have a bit more benches coming on, it takes away from the other boys that are usually tired, and then they've got someone refreshed to come on. Where he had, you know, come over and help a lot of the other guys that were a bit more tired. So yeah, he had an amazing game, but he did get broken, especially Nelson that was running at him, broke the line a couple of times.
Yeah, look, you know, he came on, he changed today. He really did change the game. I was hoping one of those reckless offloads were just going to turn into, I think all those reckless offloads, they managed to salvage them. I don't think we got any of the reckless offloads, bro, that he kind of threw around. I was like, oh, yeah, sweet, fuck, we're going to grab one of these. We didn't end up grabbing any of them. But like I said in my TikTok, you know, regardless of if that try, you know, gone upstairs and didn't award it, we still might have lost the game because, you know, Cameron Munster, as you saw there, he still had loads of juice left, bro. 5 minutes ago, he had loads of juice left. Still might have lost the game, but overall, very, very happy with the team. Overall, very, very proud of the team. Yeah, your thoughts?
Yeah, same here. You know, like I feel like it was an amazing start. You know, it was a really good start, not just both on attack, but also even defense. I think our first error was New Kudia dropping the ball. And I think that was just a bit of I don't know, brain fart or mind lapse, you know, went to grab and kind of missed it. But it was a good start and a good intense start. Like I honestly felt like, you know, this was like cool. I like to see if we get to the grand final, we play like this because it felt like they were locked in. Like I was like, man, this is going to be an amazing game. We might pump these guys.
Yep.
So yeah, and then you know, to obviously falter and lose it the way we did, but still stay in. You know, again, this is all we're asking for, Warriors fans. It's just don't bloody give up until that final whistle. And the boys have shown up every single game. I feel, you know, we just want to see this as fans stay in it to the 80th minute, and we still saw that.
Hard out. Closing, you know, shit. We've got what is it? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Well, 4 days. 4 days. Looks like an emergency ward at the moment, bro. Looks like an emergency ward at the moment. Tohu, question marks. Jazz went off with Achilles, I think.
Yeah.
Charnze will be out for 11 days. Apparently, that's the going thing with the HIA, right? It's 11 days.
Yeah.
I don't know. We might have to bring up some of those youngsters, bro, in the reserves.
Yeah, and I think, you know, we're quite fortunate that those positions that people are injured, we've got some relatively good backup, right? So we've got Topiki that can come in for Charnze. I don't know specifically for Tohu Harris, but there's some of those forwards have been looking pretty good in the New South Wales Cup. So I think, you know, it's going to be a bit of a tester because who we got next? We've got is it the Broncos next?
No,
Roosters. You know, this is this is going to be a major test for anyone that kind of comes through and plays there. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Hopefully, I don't know where Mitchell Barnett is, but hopefully he's due for a return soon.
Yeah, totally. So 4 p.m. New Zealand time, Warriors Fan TV will probably be down there around about 3 o'clock at Lily Worlds. So if anyone wants to come down, have a cordial, have some burgers, have some drinks, we're down there at around about 3 o'clock on game day. But look, Ty, thanks so much for coming on again, bro. Appreciate your thing. And anybody else out there, what do you guys think of the recap, us going through the videos? Should we do it again? I quite liked it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, and it's good. It's good to have some receipts because sometimes I feel like I'm talking. I'm like, am I talking about the right play? So we can see visuals and talk to it.
Yeah, nah, I hear you, bro. I hear you. But thanks for coming on again, bro. And I'll see you guys on the next one.
Cool. Peace.